So I was speaking with a friend last year. We're talking about motherhood generally and what women are currently facing. And she told me something that her mother used to say, and it's she said it in Yoruba. So I'm gonna like say it in Yoruba and I'm gonna interpret it. She said, "Kì í ṣe nǹkan kékeré ló fi ń pèèyàn níyà." It means that the word motherhood comes with a weight that involves sacrifice, that comes with a lot of demands, and so because you are a mother, like there's an expectation that comes with the name. And so I feel like women generally all over the world, they're feeling like I need to live up to the name of motherhood. I need to be a good mother. I need to show that this responsibility that has been assigned to me, is well taken care of. So I think sometimes women face the pressure of motherhood, and so they tend to like sacrifice a lot, ignore themselves sometimes because they are trying to live up to a certain standard that society expects. So I saw a post on Instagram and I think Facebook or Instagram, and it's been trending for a while now about a woman who said that 3 weeks after she had her C-section, she went into the bush to do some, like, she went to work, let me use that word. And people were like bashing her online. Why are you doing this? Like, why are you not taking it easy on yourself? And I feel like sometimes people feel, okay, because I'm a mother, I don't have to be laid back. I need to be strong. I need to prove that this is who I am. So a lot of mothers are faced with a lot of situations of, should I allow myself to be taken care of, or should I live up to the name of motherhood? So we'll be talking about motherhood and sacrifice, the expectations of mothers, how mothers can thrive today in their career and in their family and in every aspect of their life, and how mothers need to be soft, take it gently, and not be in a rush to live up to any standard that society expects of them. As long as they are satisfied, they've satisfied their conscience, they are doing the best that they can for their family and themselves, that it is okay to be a woman and to be the way you want to be. So I've got Dami here to discuss this with me today. You met Dami a couple of months ago, so happy to have you, Dami.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Okay, so I'm just going to read like the first three lines of the post that was all over Facebook for a while, over what somebody said about motherhood. She said, "Don't ever use motherhood as an excuse not to hustle and make your own money. I started going to the bush market 3 weeks and some days after C-section. Yes, I would walk gradually and very fragile until I became stronger and stronger." So the question is, do you think that a lot of African women, they try to carry on the burden of motherhood, that they try to live up to the expectation of motherhood? Because I don't understand, why would a woman who had just had a baby rush to go and work in the name of, I need to make my own money? Do you think that there's some issue in the background, or she's just trying to live up to her name, or trying to prove a point that, oh, I'm a strong woman? And I think there's a lot going on here. What do you think about that?
Okay, so starting with the post, right? I think there is more to the background issue around there. Because I'm sure if she had the option to rest, maybe for like 3 months or 6 months without lifting a finger, without doing anything, she would gladly do that.
Mhm.
So for me, I think it was more of the need, like maybe financial need, or so yeah, some people find it hard to stay idle for a long time. And probably she's before she delivered, she's been home, she's not been doing much due to the bomb and all. But I still think she could have gotten more rest. Starting C-section is no joke. If she had vaginal birth, yeah, you could have kind of, not like it's easier, but C-section is, you would have gone through a surgical procedure, the pain, the recovery. Even the doctors would always advise that you rest, I think for like 6 weeks or thereabout.
Yeah, minimum of
So I
six
think,
weeks.
so for me, I'm not judging her, right? I think she just needed to maybe ease off some financial burdens, and she felt she could start work. Maybe she actually felt well enough, right? Because if she didn't feel well enough, maybe, but well, we don't really know much about the background story, but I feel she needed to sort some financial burdens, and she was just trying to, sometimes when you're doing something, you find a way to console yourself. right? So maybe she was just trying to give excuse for, just trying to justify what she did to satisfy the guilt part of that. So that's what I think about that woman, because who would be happy after maybe our mothers during those days would have done that, but I don't think there was really much about C-section then and all. So, like I said earlier, I think there is more to the background story, and she was just trying to. And I can imagine the number of the comments that would have been on that post, right?
Yeah.
Because there's no award for sufferhead in quotes, as people say it. So
No.
definitely, if she had the option to choose from, she would gladly choose. Nobody wants to suffer. Nobody wants to labor. Do you get? So that is it about the post. Then coming to, talking generally, it's been passed down from generations. The women would always work hard. Everyone would do their part to make sure the home is okay and all. But I don't think it is. We don't have to suffer all in the name of caring for the home. We don't have to carry the burdens. We don't have to, bear everything by ourselves. In a lot of cases, women just feel, oh, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this. The men too. And it's so bad that in some cases, the men are even willing to help. Coming down to home, the home front now, the men are willing to help. Some men will say, oh, let them get some things, maybe go to the market to buy things, tidy up the home. But women say, no, you will not get what I want. You will not, they will cheat you. You don't know where I will buy the fresh one. We just like to
Yeah.
stress ourselves unnecessarily. When we can get help, let us get help. Even in gym, say, I know the floor. If you sweep, it won't be clean. If you brush the children's, it's let them do it. If you think they won't do it well, there's no way they would learn if they don't practice over time, right? So in a lot of cases, there's even help available, but we just want to, and to be honest, I think some people feel they get satisfaction from doing all these things. They feel, it is my job function to do everything. And they feel fulfilled. To be honest, some people feel fulfilled. And I think that is as per their background. Maybe it's
Yeah.
what they used to see their mother do back in the days, the way they grew up. I know they just feel that is what should be done. I know some women too, they go they take it to the extent of not even taking the boys to the kitchen. That's the issue, that some women don't believe boy children should be in the kitchen. Do you get? Some women believe is the kitchen is for the women only, it's for the girls. Boys should not do anything in the kitchen. When God created male and female, he didn't have the mindset of, oh, this is the job function of male, this is job function. Yes, maybe due to biological process and all, there are some things that the women are still expected to do, like pregnancy and all. But when it comes to the other general things, women, we don't have to suffer, we don't have to die because we are caring for the home. We should get help as much as we can. We should delegate. Some
Yeah.
people would say, oh, they can't trust people with their children. It has to be them alone. They can't even trust. I don't know. Like I said earlier, some people actually feel fulfilled when they do all this. In fact, they brag about it. When they see some women, when we see other women having helps, maybe housemates and all, we look down on them like, you
Yeah.
are
You say
lazy.
you're lazy.
What do
Yeah.
you need help for? Especially if the person is now not working, be like, you are not
Yeah.
working and you're still getting made. Like, what exactly do you now do? Do you understand?
Yeah.
So for me, I don't believe in carrying all the burdens. Like, if you can get help, yes, it is understandable if you are not in a position to get help. Some homes, the husband are actually not willing to help. So it is understandable if you are in a fix where you just have to do everything yourself, right? But if the help is available, please get it. So that's what I think about that part.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. I think you've answered it all, right? I think African women, we need to come back. Like, the fact that you're a mother does not mean you have to carry it all. Like, you don't have to prove a point. Like that woman that, of course, you said there could be some circumstance, like maybe financial circumstance, but sometimes they use it to brag. Like you say, you don't have to stay at home.
Mhm.
Like after that, she was fragile, yet she came out. So you have to also consider your health, consider, these children that you want to raise, you want to be there to enjoy the fruit of your labor. So if you are overly stressed, you look older than your age,
Mhm.
you will not even be able to enjoy the fruit of your labor. So we have to take it gradually, step by step. Ask for help when you can. So it's not about proving, oh, I give birth vaginally, I can do everything. I got 2 weeks after, I'm already rushing to do one or two. No, don't prove a point. Take care of yourself. Be a soft baby girl. Like, be a woman, be a woman. And I think, okay, the Bible says that um God was, I don't even know who was talking here. He said, treat them as unto the weaker vessels. Like, treat the women as unto, like, they are soft, they are fragile. Treat them, really, really well during that. Treat them really well. They are soft, they are fragile. Treat them as such. Make them feel special, as delicate as they are. So, women trying to prove a point, oh, what a man can do, a woman can do better. You are overly stressing yourself. And
Yeah.
the result is, by the time you go out, the man is looking fresh, the woman is looking
You're looking
stressed
so
out.
old. Yeah.
Yeah, because you are doing a lot. You're trying to prove a point. I know, I don't know what to call them. Like, one woman that I used to know, then she's like, no, a man should not even do anything. Like, he's meant to sit down in the house, and you slave around in the kitchen, in quotes, slave around. Like, what I mean is just sweating it out.
Yeah, I
He doesn't
understand.
support you. You just come there and feed him. He's the king and all of that. Yes, motherhood is sacrifice. Managing a home is not easy. It's a ministry. It's a calling, but women have to also pay attention to themselves, pay attention to their health, so that they can live long, so that they can enjoy their home, so that they can enjoy the fruits of their labor generally. I think African women have to, come back to that reality. And also, don't shame people. If people have three helps, it's none of your business.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
woman, that woman
No,
has prioritized herself and her self care over stress.
no,
So if
yeah,
she can afford it, allow her. So I mean, also, women just have to pay attention generally to their health. I think that is so important. Thank you so much for addressing that.
yeah.
So, coming to your point where you talked about the fact that some women feel like, oh, nobody can raise my kids like me. I have to be available. I have to be around. I want to talk about stay-at-home moms. I know that this is a calling. Anyway, motherhood is a calling. Motherhood is a sacrifice. But people think that, okay, I need to live up to that name. I need to be available for my kids, for my home. I need to be the one to cook. No person's food is as sweet as my own. So because of that, they don't mind sacrificing other aspect of their life, right? Because they need to get this motherhood you know motherhood right. They need to be called a good mom and all of that. So do you think that being a stay-at-home mom is the ultimate sacrifice? Like, a woman who does it is the best in the world, such that she has given up everything for the sake of the home. She wants to make sure that this aspect of her life is well addressed, is well taken care of, because no other person can do it for her.
Okay, thank you. So, I don't believe in that. I don't agree because, yes, like you said, motherhood is a calling. Being a wife is a calling. Caring for your own too. So that doesn't mean you can't live your life. That doesn't mean you can't achieve other things. I'm sure we all have passions. We all have things that we would really like to achieve in life. So that doesn't mean you can't do those things. Being a mother doesn't mean your life has to stop or it has to be on hold for the home, for the children. These children, by the time they are older, they will leave you. And that's when you wake up and you realize that, God, what have I done with my life, right? So being a mother does not mean every other thing about you has to be on hold. You can actually be a mother, you can be a stay-at-home mom and still achieve some things depending on what you would like to achieve. Though most times there's usually like you need to give up some things. You
Yes.
might not be able to achieve everything. Maybe until when the children get to a certain age, you could still be a stay-at-home, or maybe after they pass the toddler stage, they are older, you have more time to yourself. Yes, it might be easier then. But at that baby stage, it might not be so easy. But that doesn't mean you can't still do some things. Do you understand? So be a stay-at-home mom is not, I don't agree with that part. And you don't have to do everything yourself. You don't have to, like we discussed earlier, you don't have to get help. Some people say, oh, my husband can only eat my food, my children. People have and they feel it's an achievement, right? But people brag about it. They wake up so early to do things. Yes, you might need to wake up so early, but people that don't wake up early to do these things does not mean they are bad as well, right? It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't mean they are bad mothers. People that don't cook for their family every time, people that have helps that do all these things, doesn't mean um they are not good mothers or good wives, right? So yes, it's good when you have the time to actually stay at home, take care of the children, know what is happening in your home, be at the forefront of everything about your home, right? But don't look down on people that are the opposite of it.
Mm-hmm.
And don't think it makes you a better mother. There are actually
Mm-hmm.
children of stay-at-home moms that still turn out well,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
you can be home and not be present. You
Mm.
can be
That's a
home,
deep word.
you can be home with the children. You can, from morning, and all you do is just press your phone, Netflix and chill, just with your friends. You can be home and not be present. So it depends on your value at home, right?
Yeah.
So you don't have
Mm.
to say, oh, you have to cook, you have to do all these yourself, you have to do some, even aside having fun. You can be home and all you do from morning till night is chores. The children don't even enjoy you. You are tired,
Mm.
you are exhausted. By the time they come to you, mommy, 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 yeah, 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 you just yell at them, and even your husband is not enjoying you. So do you understand? Yes, you are home, you are doing all these things. Food is ready when it should be ready. The house is clean, everywhere is intact. The children don't miss any appointments. But are they enjoying you as a mother? No. Is your husband enjoying you as a wife? No. So yes, it is good when you're at home and you do all these things yourself, right? You know that nothing is going wrong or nothing can happen wrong. But at the same time, don't see it as
The
if,
ultimate sacrifice.
yeah, exactly, don't see it exactly, that is the best word for it. So being while you're home, you can do just like you do your YouTube page now.
Exactly. I was going to
It's
say that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's actually a good one. When they've gone to school, you have some time to yourself. The home is quiet. You can do one or two things. You can pick up courses. You can learn
Yeah.
things online. You can even,
Mhm.
sometimes it's not even about making money, but you're achieving something. You're not completely left out of the world, right? You're not
Yeah.
just home and all you think about is blah, 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 just pick up from school runs and all. You can actually achieve some things while you are home. So
Yeah.
even if you are not making money, get things. Yes, some people, to be honest, some people they get fulfillment from being a stay-at-home mom. Like maybe when they were growing up or whatever, that is what they felt. Okay, this is what will give me fulfillment in life. Being a stay at, they are okay with it, and their husbands are perfectly okay with it. So this is not about maybe they are being forced into it or not, but yes, they are fulfilled as being a stay-at-home mom, but at the same time, I'm sure there are other ways too. There are other things too that they would really love to achieve. So being home, you can achieve things, you can get things done for yourself, have fun, mix, because to be honest, being home from morning till evening and all you do is can be exhausting, even for your like emotionally. So
Mhm.
mix with people, know what is happening in the outside world, and just keep your life moving. Because like I said earlier, someday these children will leave you at home. They would,
Yeah.
of course, go about their activities when they're older, and that is when you really have time to now reflect on how your life has been in the past years and all. Yeah, so that's my point.
Thank you, thank you. I really love the part where you talked about value. Like, what value? What are you doing at home? Like, what value are you bringing?
Yeah.
Like, do your children enjoy it? Does your husband enjoy it? The fact that you're stay at home mom. And I think it was a Bukun. I wish you guys I talked about who are you outside of your motherly and wifely duties? Who can
Mhm.
you say who you are, right? So if you take away your children, take away your husband, who are you? Like, what can you call yourself? And that is really beautiful. You see that even if you are home, you're okay, you want to be a stay-at-home mom, you want to be at home to be, in charge of everything that is happening in your home, you're also adding value to yourself so that when you go out, you can stand before people and make meaningful conversations without feeling like,
Mhm.
oh, I don't know what's happening in the corporate world, I don't know what's happening in the society. You can keep yourself informed, you can take courses, like you said, you can do content creation, you can open a consultancy business right from your home, be like a remote worker and things like that. And so that is so important. So it's not about doing everything in the home. And I think there was like a video that circulated last year or so where, in church they were asking children, describe your mom in one word. And one said, tired. Like, describe your mom in one word. And all
I
they could
can
say is
imagine.
tired. That my mom is always tired. She's always doing one thing or the other. So if you see her, stress is written all over her. So women, please, you're not called to live a life of stress. Like, ask for help. That's what we're trying to say. And I feel like that woman, that made that post, if she had a man that was taking care of her, that was,
Yeah.
nurturing her as a woman, she would not go out to look for money and all of that. So sometimes women also, maybe you're too proud. You say it doesn't, as in I cannot ask him for money, or I want to show him that I'm fine on my own. See, there's
Dependent.
no there's no point. There's no point trying to prove a point. See, if you have a man that can take care of you, that has money, ask. As long as you're even married, self, is he ask him for money. Like, you've just given birth to a baby, a child. it's for both of you. You cannot go and be hustling. That's not the time. That's the time for you to heal. So I just feel that women, we have to take it easy on ourselves. Please take it easy. The term motherhood that comes with sacrifice does not mean that you should sacrifice everything and lose yourself. Like,
Yeah.
so, and men don't see it this way. There's no man that is going to be, wanting to know. Of course, men want to like hustle and make money and to take care of the home, but I don't think they see life like, if I don't do it, nobody else will do it. Like the women see, like, it has to be me, it has to be me. So think about adding value to your life. As much as you want to keep your home happy, you want to raise children, responsible children. As much as you want to do that, make sure that you're also equipping yourself, because sometimes they can bring assignments and you're clueless. You don't know what to do because your
Yeah.
mind is, your mind is not engaged, your brain is not active, so you don't know how to support them. But if you are constantly engaging yourself, you are watching videos that would empower your mind, you are not just a stay-at-home mom, you are adding value to your life. You'll be able to add value to the people around you. And so
And
that's
I also think, sorry to
yeah.
cut you, okay, so something just came to my mind now. Even the children, they need to be proud of us, right? Just like you said now that child said the mother is usually tired. I'm sure the child is not. Imagine down, obviously, someone like that, when you see the person, you can tell that this person is stressed. Imagine being in a circle of other mothers and it's your mother that is looking haggard, looking stressed, looking, do you
Yeah.
guess? Nobody would want to hear that all you do is like you are caring. Yes, it's good, you're caring for the home, cooking, but at the same time, these kids they need to be proud of you. And
Mhm.
we are also their first teachers. They learn from us first.
Mhm.
So what they see from us, what they learn from us, their experience with us as their mothers, it also helps them in shaping their futures, right? They know
Yeah.
that, oh, okay, yes, my mom was always home taking care of us, but she had passions and she was able to achieve a thing or two. So we should even consider that this should even be one of the driving
Talk about
factor.
it.
Yes, because these children, they look at, you might not even know. I'm sure that boy, the child might never have mentioned it to the mother at home,
Mm-hmm.
that you're always looking tired. But the boy already knows in his head that my mom is always exhausted.
Tired. Yeah.
And the boy won't even, I'm sure he didn't think of it that, oh, mom is always packing my lunchbox. That's why she's always tired. She's
Mm,
always cooking for me. But he just doesn't like that version of he or she doesn't like that version of the mother. So we should
yeah.
also think about this, and it will also help us in getting through as a mother.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for that. So, next question I want to ask is that, is it possible to be a devoted mother and still chase your dreams? Because some people think it's one or the other, like you can't have both. Like one would have to suffer, you have to trade off. So, is it possible to be like a devoted mom that you're doing your best at home, but at the same time your career is not suffering? You're also doing what you want in terms of your career development. Is it possible to balance both of them? And you think that mom guilt is going to come into play when it comes to balancing, or how do you handle that?
So I think we touched a bit of this in the last question. So you can be a devoted mother and also still achieve things, right? One does not have to die for the other.
Mhm.
Yes, it might be hard. That is the honest truth. It might be hard. Sacrifices will be made. Sometimes you might need to make some very difficult choices. Do you understand? But that doesn't mean you can't still achieve things for yourself. And it doesn't mean you maybe when you're achieving those things, the other part will suffer. So we need to learn that. Some people think you can't do both. It has to be either one. So yes, there are some extremes, like the very, those we call career women in quotes, right? So it might be adding because those people, I'm not against
Career
being,
is the only thing on their
do
mind.
you get? Yes. The only, even when they're at home, they're with their laptops, they're checking mails, they're receiving calls. When they're
Mm.
having family hangouts, the next thing, oh, I need to rush. They just called me from work. Yes, that is another story entirely. But as long as it
let,
is
let me
not
cut you short.
something,
Let me cut you short. Sorry. So those women who are like at the top of their career, like the Okunjo Wialas, those that are CEOs and everything, do you think that they are also devoted mothers, or one part is gone?
I feel, we can't really tell, but it is a choice. That is the first thing. It depends on what you choose, what you want. A lot
Mm.
of all these career women, you see them at work, the way you won't believe that they are something different at home, right? Because well, I don't know, maybe not most of them, but some of them that have chosen to also place their families ahead of, maybe prioritize their homes and their families when they are home, they forget about work completely.
Yeah.
It might be hard, right? But I feel the people that want, you can still achieve this, even being CEOs or anything. Yes, you need it. You need to have sufficient help at home. That is the honest truth. You need to have sufficient help at home. But a lot of them have made decisions like they've made choices which might, and the thing is, eventually people will understand. If you're a CEO and maybe your subordinates call you from work during off, when you're at home with your family, they know that this person, once she gets home, she's not going to attend to anything. So they know anything you need her to do, get it to her during the work, during working
Yeah.
hours. So they will respect your boundaries because you already understand who you are. It might be difficult at the initial stage getting them to understand this part of you, but once they do, they know that once it's weekend, just leave her. She's not going to attend to anything. So they won't mind. You tell them, bring everything while I'm at work. I don't even mind maybe extending my working hours, but just know that once I'm in my house with my family, you're not going to get anything from me. So
Mm-hmm.
this is, you just have to make that decision. It is a choice. It's, to be honest, it's never easy, especially when you're at a very top position, but it's
Yeah.
not like it's not doable. So that's, and yes, they have a lot of helps at home. You may not even see them cooking much or doing, but they
Mm-hmm.
cherish family time. They
Yeah.
do. Not like I've ever really experienced one, but you
I think
can
the
actually still do what.
Yeah, I think it's the memories that you create with those kids. Like,
Yeah,
if you
exactly.
want to be a career person, what of the memories? Like, what would they always remember about? So the very few time that you have, make sure that you are creating rich memories with them. Like,
Yeah,
you're teaching them values that they would always remember about their mom. Yeah,
that's it. That's what matters.
yeah. All right. Hope I did not like cut your line of
Okay,
thought. Yeah,
so back to what we were saying earlier,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So you can actually achieve things being you can be a devoted mother and still do big things for yourself.
yeah.
Like I said earlier, it might be difficult. It might be, and depending on your children's age as well, you
Mm-hmm.
might not be able to do much when they are still little, especially that maybe 0 to 5 or
Yeah,
thereabout.
yeah,
But once they are of age, maybe about 6, 7, 8, 9, or especially secondary school. So
yeah,
you can, at least they are older, you've gotten them through that foundation stage, you know that you can excuse yourself in a way to get things done for yourself. So you can actually do things. Like we said earlier, while you are home, even as whether be it a working mom or a stay-at-home mom, you can achieve things.
yeah.
So yes, you need help as much as you can. For me, I've never really had a living help, and the first reason is due to a housing constraints back in Nigeria. That's the first reason why I've never really used one back then before we came here. And secondly, I don't trust, how Lagos helps can be. So, but if the housing constraint wasn't there, yes, I would have considered it. So I used to use someone that would come and go. But one thing I would always do is anything I can use money to get that would make life easy for me, I will do that. As in, that is my number one thing. Anything that I will do that will make, if I have to spend the money, as long as the money is available,
Mm,
not like I'll go out of my way to get the money, as long as it is something I can conveniently afford, I
mm-hmm.
will do it. If I can't cook, we eat out. If the house is dirty, I call someone to come and clean. If I need, I just make sure I do what I can do. And if I'm tired, I leave everything and go to bed. If my kids need me and maybe the kitchen is dirty, I need to do things. At that moment, they need me. Kitchen is not priority. I can always, and the truth is, all these chores, they don't end. Even if you do everything today, you wake up tomorrow and you still continue from where you stopped, right? So I've never really had help train with my children, but I do a lot of things with money. I saw things with money while caring for them. So as much as you can get help and do what you want to do. So if you need to get help to get, maybe you are doing some courses. That's where I was trying to drive at. Maybe you are doing some online courses and you need someone to watch your children at that time. If you are a stay-at-home mom, get the help you need. Let them watch the kids. Leaving them for 2 to 3 hours will not kill them.
Yeah,
So don't think, oh, I need to be with them all the time. My children will cry if they don't see me. Yes, they might cry, but they won't die. Do you get?
yeah,
And don't feel guilty. A lot of, even honestly, social media is that, I don't know. I really don't know this age we are in now. Some people will just randomly post. maybe going on vacation, solo trip, and then you see people asking them, where are your children? Who is taking care of your children at what is your business? What
Yeah.
is your business? Because they have
Yeah.
kids, do you think they should not do things for themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can achieve things, even if it's just like you said earlier, learning courses. If you're a stay-at-home mom, having fun with friends. If you are a working mom, you can enroll them in extracurricular activities in school to keep
Mm-hmm.
them busy while you pick them up. Or if you
Mm-hmm.
have a nanny at home or if you have relatives that can even help you watch them, maybe you get the school bus to drop them off while you get some things sorted. And when you get home, you pick up from there and continue where you stopped, right? So you don't really have to, you can't, one doesn't have to die for one to exist. As
Yeah.
per being a devoted mom and getting things done for yourself, you can actually do them. Yes, you may not be able to achieve 100% per se, do you get? But to a very large extent, you can still do it. And please don't feel guilty as a mom. Don't feel guilty. Don't think, oh, my children are suffering because I'm working. My children are, or start envying people that stay at home moms because you are working, they get to be with their children more. It doesn't mean their children will turn out better. So just make sure whichever path you choose, just make sure you don't lose yourself. The kids will be all right, and you can actually achieve things with being a mother as well.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love your perspective. One thing that you said at the beginning was the fact that you have to like them set boundaries. Let people know your time.
Yeah.
Like if you want to be like a career person, make sure that you are, you've set boundaries. After this time, you can't reach out to me. No matter what, I'm spending time with my family. Have that work-life balance, making sure that the children are not, left out because motherhood is actually a ministry is calling. God is calling you to raise these children in the way of the Lord so that they can turn out well in the society. So your first ministry is your home, raising these godly seeds to become, people that people can look up to, right, in the society. So if you fail in that part, I think that it will the guilt and will live with you for the rest of your life. So you have to be
Mhm.
very careful of what you also do with the kids that God has placed in your hands. And I also want to emphasize that the burden of parenting does not lie with only the woman. When talk about sacrifice, 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 if you can work out your schedule with your husband, that would be really great. Like, okay, if like I mean the way they do it in the Western world, that they will, like I was speaking to one of my colleagues during lunchtime. I was like, this weekend is my husband's turn to take care of the kids. It's my me time. I'm going to do whatever I want to do. Which I feel like is brilliant. Both of them are working. They're working. So why not like devote or share these responsibilities? Okay, this weekend take care of the kids. So the kids are into like swimming. They have lots of, like you mentioned as well, they have extracurricular activities that they do. So and they're a little bit grown. The husband will take care of the kids while she can do whatever she wants to do with her time. So when it comes to motherhood, sacrifice, raising kids, let women not think that it is only their responsibility. It didn't take only you to bring these children to the world, except you're a single mother. And may God bless you wherever you are. If you're a single mother, may God give you the grace to carry this burden and raise these children. And also like fend for yourself. But if you're not a single mother, why are you not asking for help? Why are you not doing this work in collaboration with your husband so that your children will also recognize their sacrifice, your husband's sacrifice? Because if you watch, most times when the children now grow old, the person that they're honoring is their mother. Please, I don't joke with my mom or take care of my mom or sending things to them, because the women have also like sacrificed a lot for them, and which is beautiful. But I'm also saying that so that women will not get burnt and they will not die early, because sometimes you hear, oh, the woman is dying early and things like that because she had been stressed all through you know her young age, and so the time when she's supposed to reap the fruit of her labor, she's already tired. So please, let us balance this. Motherhood is sacrifice, but work hand in hand with your
Well, I
husband.
think, sorry to cut you short. I think our African mentality also has a role to play in
As
that
in,
part.
yeah.
I think that, you mentioned now that your which is in the West, right? Growing up, I mean, generally over there, even when you go to all these school activities, you see the men taking the kids for all these activities. You see the women, not like you
Mm-hmm.
see only men, not like you see only women doing everything. But in Nigeria, you call PTA 90% women. You call it house sports 90% women. So the thing is, we generally here too, I mean Nigeria, which is Africa, we have this belief that women, it is their duty to do all these things. And it starts from upbringing. It starts
Yeah.
from upbringing. So, it's something that we really, really, really need to wash our mentality, unlearn and relearn. And this go to the men as well.
Yeah.
Even the women, sometimes the women are actually asking them to do things, but they are not willing. You hear some men say, "Oh, I've gone to work all day. What have you done?" That's talking about women that are just home. "Oh, I'm just
Yeah.
a provider. I provide everything. Do you like anything? There's money for food, there's money for this. So what do you want me to do?" Right? When the woman is trying to make them involved, get them involved in the home front. So it has to do with the men as well. It's not only the women, but I pray that God will help us all and help our men, especially here.
Yeah.
So, and like we said earlier, some women don't want help. They feel, "Oh, my husband should not do this." It
Mhm.
is, let's not, there's no award for this, right? So let's
Yeah.
find ways to get the men involved, and let's train our children, our male children. Let's
Exactly.
train them right. Let's bring them up in this manner. Let them understand from their young age. And it goes back to the examples that their father, everything just keeps going back to,
Recycling. Whatever you
you
show
get,
them, yeah,
yeah,
generation will
recycling and all.
continue.
But let's make conscious efforts to train our male children, make them understand that this is not only, some certain things are not only for women. You can also do this. You can, if you take the, in fact, some men don't even know how to bathe their children. They will tell you they can't.
That's
Like,
really
I don't,
bad.
they can't, yeah.
That's
So, but
bad.
let's unlearn, relearn, and just understand that it is not just for the women. The men too can do a lot, a lot. Because what if the woman dies? God forbid. What would you do?
That's why men quickly remarry. I can't
Yeah,
handle this. Before you know it, 6 months he has remarried. Like, no, this is not
yes,
for me.
because they
But
can't handle a lot of it. Yeah,
yeah, so I think, yeah, women, there's no award for king, queen of suffering. Like you said, there's no award for that. Share your responsibilities. And if you marry someone that maybe is really busy with work, maybe works offshore, is not always available, make sure that you have support, to
yes.
help you.
Get support,
But
even
yeah.
if not living with you. Get support in a, even maybe relatives. You have siblings that could be with
Mhm.
you or anybody. Just get support as much as you can.
Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We've said a lot today. I think we're about to wrap up now. I mean, so to women out there who think they have to prove a point, they have to show that, oh, I'm a mother, I'm living up to my name, I'm sacrificing everywhere. I hope you find fulfillment in what you're doing. Make sure that you're not losing yourself, that your mental health is not at stake. Because sometimes you see women, they are depressed, they are angry, they are transferring frustration. It's because they are not living a total life, a complete life. So you need to pay
Yeah,
attention to your emotional health. You need to pay attention to your physical health. You need to pay attention to your financial health. So make sure that you're all-rounded woman. So make sure that you're taking care of yourself emotionally, spiritually, physically, every aspect of your life. Don't lose yourself because you are a mother. Yes, the
mhm.
word mother comes with a lot of responsibility and weight, but do not lose yourself in the process. I think that's some of what we're trying to say. And stop trying to prove a point. You need help. You are the weaker vessel. The Bible said it. So be treated like the weaker. Accept this soft baby girl life. Accept it. You don't have to kill yourself. Like, be the woman, be soft. Yeah, I need help. I,
Yeah,
I, I can't do it alone. I need help. Yeah, of course, we know there are some lazy women that don't want to, like, they don't want to do a thing. But we're not talking to
yeah.
those type of women. We're talking to the women that they feel that they have to do everything to prove a point.
Everything.
No, no, you don't have to do everything. Yeah. Okay, I think that's summary of it all. Okay, I'm gonna ask you for one final thing. Like, what do you have to say to a new mother or someone that is about to enter into motherhood? Given your years of experience, what do you have to say to that person to look out for so that they can be a better mother?
Okay. Well, I still have very few years of experience anyway. But then, so far, what I've learned is don't lose yourself, right? It is very easy. One of the easiest things as a mother is losing yourself. Whether you're a stay-at-home mom or you're a working mom, you can easily lose yourself. All you do is, oh, if you're a working mom, all you do is when you go to work, yeah, you're even tired. People say, oh, let's hang out. You're too tired to even hang out. When you're at work, you just want to work, get back home. While you're at work, you're thinking of the market you're going, you're thinking of what you want to cook when you get back home. Ah, my children, my husband. Don't lose yourself. And if you're in fact, I think it is worse for stay-at-home moms because you don't get to even leave your house most times, except maybe school runs, shopping, and all. And you feel you're always at home. You don't even care for yourself. You don't put in efforts to look good, right? Someone saw me which day, and was like, this is the, she was just saying, I've made my hair how many times in, you know, and I said, well, not like I go out much, right? But it's one of the things I just try to do for myself, because when you're at home, you feel you're not going anywhere. So why
And
do you need
people
to
don't need to
dress
see
up?
you. Yeah.
Yeah, why do you need to dress up? Because okay, so if you are working now, you can want you wear your wigs daily and all. But for someone that is always at home, well, some people do it, but it's not something I find easy. Like, I'm at home and I just want to wear wigs and all. It doesn't come to me easily, so I'd rather make my hair, right. So I just told the person that it's easy for you to just not care for yourself because you are always at. So one of the things I try to do for myself is make my hair as often as possible, when possible, right? At least that, there's a way when your hair is well made, there's a way it helps your look as well.
Yeah. And your husband is going out as well. Like, men are
Do you
going out.
get
They are
it's
seeing
meeting
beautiful
people?
women outside. So you want to
Yeah.
also remain attractive, right? So you have to also be, on point,
Mhm.
whether you are
Make
at
sure be
home or not.
conscious of the fact that when he's coming home, he's coming to a woman that is good looking, not one that
Yeah.
is smelling of sweat, tired, just wearing one. Yes,
All
to be
wrapper.
honest, there are some days that will be the situation, right?
Mm-hmm,
It's
mm-hmm.
sometimes it is unavoidable, but don't make it the norm. Don't make it what will happen every time. Don't forget about yourself. Yes, a lot of when you see some children, oh my god, they are very clean. But when you see the mothers, you be like, I don't understand. How can this be your children and this is you? Right? So it is
Someone
very
said, as long as the children are looking fine, it's okay.
yeah.
So that's not true.
Yeah,
That's not good.
because we mothers is very, you just want to be sure your kids are okay, right? But
Yeah.
don't forget yourself as well. So what I just have to say is don't lose yourself. Don't lose
Mm,
yourself emotionally, don't lose yourself physically, don't lose yourself spiritually and professionally. Even
mm,
if you don't get to afford stay at home moms, even if you don't get to have maybe a 9 to 5 work or a business or something, still make sure you empower yourself one way or the other, even if you think you don't need the course, but no knowledge is lost,
no
right? It could
guilt.
just be,
Yeah.
yeah, it doesn't even have to be like something that has to do with career, or it could just be personal development. Do you get? Just try to empower yourself one way or the other, and spiritually as well, right? So don't lose yourself, don't forget about yourself, don't, because these children are looking on, they are learning from us. That is the
Mm,
truth. Even if you are home, does not mean you should not have a life, right? They are learning from us. They want to be proud of us. They want to, tell their friends about their mothers and
mm-hmm.
feel happy, right? So that is what I have to say. Don't lose yourself. Just make sure you always, yeah, some days it's going to be hard, right? But as much as you can, just make sure you have your life going on.
Yeah.
So that's what
Brilliant.
I say.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. You've touched on a lot of things today, and I think many women out there would learn from it, especially young moms. I know the older women, they know how to do these things. But I do hope that they also learn, because many of them are not happy, many of them are disgruntled and all of that. So many of them are
I think
disgruntled.
these things will change with the new generation. I think all
Yeah,
these things,
the
these
Chinese
Gen
are
Z
not
people, they
ready.
don't care. They don't care about all these things. They want, you see, that soft life, that is their
Yeah,
calling. So I
yeah.
think over time things would actually get better. I think most of it is ending with the millennial age,
With
and
us.
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, because
things
we
will
are
get
also actually we are gradually coming out of it. We're trying to say, okay, we can't live the lives our mothers live. We have to also balance things here, right? And the new ones are saying we don't even want to stress ourselves. Maybe I don't want to have kids. Some people are like, no, I don't want. I'm not ready to raise any
better.
child. I'm not ready to stress myself. But raising kids is also beautiful. It's good to see a child that you take around. They're looking good. They're doing well in the society, and you can say, "Oh, that's my child. That's my child." There's also the beauty that comes with raising children, right? Even though there's a sacrifice part. So, I mean, it's just to have that balance. But then if you don't want to have kids, I mean, it's up to you. Nobody needs to drag
Mhm.
you. So that's absolutely fine. But I mean, thank you so much for today, Dan. Thank you for your time. We've
Thank you
learned
for
a lot
having me.
today. And to my subscribers, thank you for watching to the very end. See you in my next video. Bye.
Bye.